I think the roundabout, lads. Bailiffs just done a recce in a van up there, seat camera and done one. So I don't think they're far away there. It's caught camera and it's just sped off. There's a double that just watched me with him. Nah, so I think he's gone up the road to tell whoever. So, but they're definitely here, mate. Definitely. There's a bailiff. I'll put my life on it, mate. No way, a cup of tea. Tom said they'd give me a cup of tea and a biscuit. They're here, mate. They're in the area. They're here, mate. You think they might just turn up with please? Yeah, I can tell a bailiff at 100 miles, mate. Yeah.
One of the guys down the entrance to the street thought he was doing a recce for the real bailiff.
Probably was.
Yeah.
When do you supposed to get the as soon as you finish with this?
We're going to have to get him to take that shit off. That's offensive.
These blokes alright.
Right now, they're trying to end the Fed in Germany, but there's 2,000.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. I'm not sure what purpose of your visit here today. I've just come for a cigarette. It's very illegal in some places, so I thought it might be still illegal in this part of the country.
No, not in that cul-de-sac, evidently.
No, there's also there's some very famous people I'm hoping to meet. Cuddly Caress. I've never actually met him face to face. I've always been in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I don't think he's here today because we need to go through some paperwork. You see, he never seems to have the right paper. He's got a lot of attitude, a lot of control. So I didn't know how many people he'd want to talk to, but we thought just to show people that he's not always doing the right things, just ask him the question, see how he reacts. This is growing a bit, isn't it? But I don't think anybody's going to turn up without the right paperwork, and I don't think any police officers who won't be in uniform are turning up because this is peaceful. Just come for a cigarette. See you in a bit.
Heads up!
Riot man.
Morning, you alright?
Morning.
Morning! Come to the drugs officers? Have you come to arrest Mr. Caress?
Yeah, that's what we're for.
Is that the recoil? Put recce. Right, the police are there, on without favour. Apply the law without favour. Giving the bleeding bailiffs a lift down, I reckon. Well, if they are, let's see if we can film them. They are against He's in that van. It might not be. He's excited.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'll tell you there's no one coming.
Why? If no one's coming, why have you been doing a circuit?
Because they're scouts. They're scouts for the bailiffs.
We'll leave it with you. Since 6:30, wasn't
You're not breaking the law, you don't know. unlawful and illegal. And you know, we're all three months' payments away from missed mortgage payments from being evicted. It's all bullshit.
Oh look, 100% fluoride. No, I better not do that.
About where we want for.
We're going to pump.
Get off your back.
That was my job.
Okay, I'm here with Lisa. She runs a radio station, and we're just here to find out what you're actually doing here.
Right, okay, well I have literally just started Cry Freedom Radio. I've kind of like started it with a view to viewing it at people that's just waking up now, not the ones that already get it, because I think there's a lot of sort of stations and things out there that are geared towards people that already know what's going on. And I think it's very important to have something where people can go who are just finding out, or people that do know that want their family and friends to have somewhere they can go, an information hub. So it's about broadcasting. I've got like a 24/7 information at the moment on there, just telling people about everything. But it's also about the website, and it's very important to me to have like a hub for the website. And I've actually got Tom, who's they're trying to evict today. It's actually the first one on my eviction action page, and I want to have a page which is basically going to be focusing on getting the information about where it's happening all over the country, so people can go there and see where each eviction is taking place and show their support. And then there has to be the afterwards report back to let people know how it went as well. As I say, Tom's the first one on there, so yeah.
So show us your leaflet then, so everyone can see what it is.
It's screwed up on this, but there you go. Can you see that? So it's cryfreedomradio.com. As I say, I've only just started it really. I'm going to be starting live shows on 9/11. It's going to be a once weekly show, but it's Thursday the 11th of September. And I might be getting more people on that at some point, but it starts off with just my show. So
why have you come down here today?
I come to support Tom and to get some coverage and put it on the station, follow it through, and it's just fantastic because there's more people here than we've ever seen before, and it just makes you feel proud. It's lovely. So yeah. So and it's great to see everybody here, and the sun's out, and we can see all around Nottingham, so it's fantastic.
You would still come down, but obviously you're not.
I'm not a bailiff, I'm a journalist. Come to talk to them. No. Identify yourself. Good idea.
Good lad.
Can I get that in the shade?
You're a journalist.
Which paper are you from, mate?
We've waited here since 9 o'clock. What time did you call this?
We've been trying to report these issues to the mainstream media for a long time, right?
It's on YouTube.
Nobody takes any notice, right? Okay. Whether you're too frightened to do anything about it, it's only the UK column and things like an alternative media, and we know that you guys are getting all your information from that. Anything with any juice in it, like Common Purpose. So we're here today making a stand, right, under common law, right? Because our redress to the statutory mechanism when it is at fault is common law. So this is a common law stand. But it's not just a common law stand, because we've also, upon examination and scrutinisation of the paperwork that's involved, discovered that it's fraudulent. That solicitors' offices around this country have been given a court stamp, not a seal. When they craft and draft their documents, they're putting a stamp on it and purporting it to be from the court. So of course 9 out of 10 people pay up. Well, this is what Wonga and Barclays and all the rest of it, but it's been going on all over the country. So you've got a broad spectrum of people from the United Kingdom in all different shapes and forms here. We're not tinfoil hat wearers, right? Okay. So if you're going to communicate with us and we start seeing anything, you're just going to discredit yourself. We want you to be a good and honest reporter. We want people. We want people to work for us and not work for the establishment. So this is Tom here. He's the man you need to talk to. And you get on with it, yeah? Tom's moved on, right? Okay. Okay, we're stuck with me then, ain't you? You're stuck with me. So, okay, all right. Your question on.
Can we go somewhere quiet to have a chat?
Well, Lee, look, we're transparent, and this is the point. Yeah? I mean, look, I'm happy to show you documents that have been floating around the internet for years. I know, because I've been in the forefront of this for a long time, right? Okay, fraudulent documents, fraudulent court documents, fake seals.
Do you want to see them?
We can show you the documents for this. There hasn't even been any proceedings. They're just trying to rob the guy of his home.
I thought there'd been 2 court proceedings, have there not?
No, they haven't. Right? No, they haven't. If you can show me a court order with a seal on it, brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah. I mean, that's what we need. Yeah. But there isn't.
Who's the bank involved?
Bradford and Bingley. But anyway, look, Bradford and Bingley, Barclays, Lloyds. Hey, look, we can pick them all out of the air. Look, they're all the same. Look, they're all the problem.
But the loan secured to which bank? Santander.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they changed the goalposts on that, so that what was supposed to be a endowment policy became an interest only. But the bottom line is, when you operate under the CPR, the Civil Procedure Rules, which they do. So what we do is this: we instigate common law action. This is what this is, a common law action. But what we also do is we say, okay, listen, your document should be to the prescribed form. That's why we pay solicitors and judges and all these clowns, right? All this money, because the T's should be crossed, the I's should be dotted. When we engage with their paperwork under their own civil procedure rules, under their own codified language, we discover that, oh, your documents will be destroyed. All we've got left is an order. We have orders. You know, this is all we have, right? So there's nothing to substantiate any merit in the original claim. So the whole thing is defunct and false and fraudulent. And we have been doing this all over the country. The judiciary know about it. The mainstream media know about it, right? Okay. This is probably why Tom's gone away. Because he's not particularly. Hey, look, he's happy to talk to UK Column Live and show them what's going on. We all are. But when we're engaging with the mainstream media, the dinosaur media, it's just literally, the BBC's a propaganda unit. You know that. Okay. Accept that. Okay.
We were told that the bailiffs were supposed to be coming in from 9 AM today.
Yes,
obviously.
And we're still it's now 10 past 4.
Got cold feet.
Well,
do we know who has sent the bailiffs in? Which bank?
Bradford and Bingley.
Bradford and Bingley, who are now part of Santander, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all part of the same.
Most building societies do have a parent bank.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, Birmingham Midshires is
I just want to phone up the bank.
Yes.
Find out what's going on. You see.
Bradford and Bingley is part of UCO. They're managed by UCO. UK
I thought it was taken over by
asset management.
Aren't they?
No, the banking part.
It's funny when the reporter becomes the object of interest in something, isn't it? And doesn't it just show us something that's going on in the world? When the mainstream media years ago, we'd have stood back for you and let you and all that. Okay, now you're the focal point. I'm not having a go at you personally, right? Okay, it's just. This is what you've got going on in this country, and we're in Nottingham today. We could be in Manchester, London, Bristol, all over.
Melbourne, Australia.
We've had enough. It's stopping now, right? We'll get. Years ago, we went to a court in Birkenhead to try and arrest a judge because he was breaking the law, and nobody. Did you even know about that? Well, check it out. Check it out on YouTube, and you'll find out. Yeah. And that was just basically to say to them, look, start operating lawfully, because they're not. These guys are not operating. They're not on their oath. They're not operating lawfully, and we need to be. This needs to be stopped because this isn't austerity. It's a robbery, and this is what's going on. Terrorism. And this proves the point. It's terrorism, and we are privately, criminally prosecuting all the characters that are involved in it, all of them. I don't care if they're a bank manager who's given a fraudulent document. Okay, a bailiff who's operating outside the boundaries afforded by legislation, right? That means he's operating in his personal capacity. Great, we'll charge him with criminal trespass. All these characters, they're all going to be charged with criminal offences and brought to book.
Excellent.
Okay, so I thank you.
Let me go and phone up. Let me go and try and get hold of the bailiffs and find out what's
no
going
problem.
on.
Sorry. My name is Guy Taylor.
Guy Taylor, not Steve Taylor.
Just ask your name again.
Steve Taylor.
And what paper are you from?
I'm from Raymond's Press Agency, and I'm doing it for the Daily Express.
Hey, we're not related.
No, I've seen someone with a Leicester City shirt on as well.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
We were just talking.
And there must be at least about 50 in the pub, so...
They only notified Tom that he wasn't going to pay his mortgage. That's when they told him. Okay, and now he's accusing the bank
because it was an interest-only mortgage, the actual repayments would have been a tiny fraction of what an endowment mortgage is. But he carried on paying the endowment amount.
Okay, so not the interest.
Well, the interest is a fraction, so they would have taken a fraction out of the money he was paying. And there's the other question. He's been paying that for 25 years. They take the money out for the interest. What have they done with the excess?
See, I accused you falsely. I've got BBC here now, and I told you. I thought you were BBC because you got big fat camera.
So.
Oh no, I know it's.
And then the bailiffs came round.
No, the bailiffs came a few weeks ago to notify they were going to come and chuck him out.
Ago, yeah.
So then we would shout out.
A few weeks ago. So when are we talking?
About 2 weeks ago.
Bailiffs came round 2 weeks ago.
Telling him they were going to chuck him out today.
Serve notice on him, didn't
It's happening all over the world, though. It's going on in Spain, all over.
Yeah, Germany's going well at the moment. The Germans are well up there.
So Tom is accusing the bank of fraud.
Yes.
I think it was something like that. Did you hear about that American girl that got beaten the shit out of? She was on a curfew.
How do we spell Tom's surname?
Crawford.
My girlfriend's from.
Crawford.
Is it just Tom or Thomas?
Tom.
How old is Tom?
65.
Okay. I think I've got that's the summary of it. Okay.
But the reason they could change it is because when you fill out a mortgage agreement, in the terms and conditions, it states you are giving your power of attorney to the bank.
Right. So this is the issue here.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they don't tell you you're giving your power of attorney to the bank.
And they start raising credits in your add-on to your what you've lent off.
Okay.
Promised to pay.
Alright. So I've got you.
You'll write all this up again, or you rewrite it?
I'm just gonna. Well, it's just for my notes, and then I have to go back to base and make sense of it all.
Yeah.
Can you tweak it?
Come on, give her the fair cop, you know what I mean? She's got loads of people
She's
videoing
done
it, and it's going to be, the second it gets published, if it gets published, it will be all over the internet for us to watch anyway. So we'll be able to see if there's any cut. I'm sure it won't be you, my love, that cuts it. I'm sure it won't be you. I'm sure you'll do an honest report, and then your editing team will go snip, 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 snip,
Matt,
snip.
Matt, imagine that. Her name is Hard Corazon. She wouldn't change the truth.
There's people here from Australia and Canada.
Huthwaite, don't forget to put Huthwaite.
I mean, Australia and Canada is quite, exotic. Huthwaite.
It's like we've got some here. They camped in our garden last night. They came from Southampton. There's people from Newcastle, Durham, Manchester, Stoke, London.
Newcastle.
So, okay, we can't get Tom. Damn. I've got Tom's number, but he's alright for me to contact him later.
I couldn't say yes or no to that.
Well,
only he is.
Only because.
If you give me his number, I'll give it to him, and then if he answers, then I guess it's okay for you to talk.
Alright, well, we'll leave it as that because he doesn't want to talk. I don't want to force him into anything. The reason why I wanted to is I just need to hear it from his mouth. Obviously, there might. I'm not saying what you've told me is accurate, but if it was to come from him, then we can be certain.
So it's put some videos
UK,
online.
if you go on UK column this afternoon,
yeah.
So it'll be on there. The full interview.
Yeah.
or if you go and get out of debt, you can see where we interviewed him earlier on in the week, and his videos that he's already put out
if you went
explaining
to
everything.
His door, he might invite you in. To have a chat.
I doubt it very much.
He did a live interview.
Is it not worth a try?
I suppose it is worth a try.
I'm sure if you said please.
It might be just because everybody crowded around, he might not.
You've already asked him already.
He's sent messages down, but who knows? You can also just say.
Stairs man on the left there.
Why does he not?
You don't ask, you don't get.
Well,
What was the
it's standard reason, that generally you speak to the press, they twist it, and you're suddenly the bad guy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Who wants to ask a question?
Hello.
Hello.
It's Corazon.
How do you do? I'm Tom.
Thank you. You're Tom.
I'm Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. I've come out to speak to you
Mhm.
to tell you what has been happening with the bank and the courts. And that the bank has put fraudulent documents into the court.
Want to get your microphone out, right?
I do. I just want to. I've got a microphone. I don't
Are
want to
you
record.
recording just now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, well,
But I'm going to sort it out now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Watch that duck fall over there.
Tom, she is quite honest.
Is she?
She seems it.
I'll put that a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the reporter we worry about, it's the editor.
Yes, exactly. See, my worry is taking an interview and not giving the whole story out, because it's very selective and it be cut and
Salon's
edited.
done a brilliant job.
Mm.
Giving them the information, the basics.
I've asked Andy in Ceylon about it, but I wanted to
Ceylon?
hear from you. Is it Ceylon? He's
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
different
yeah,
name.
Ceylon.
Ceylon.
Yeah,
Sorry,
definitely
Ceylon.
record it, because we'll
Salon.
do actually what we actually said out there, can't we?
Yeah.
Contact.
It's crashed.
And is this your colleague here?
No, he's
No. You record this, make sure there's no editing.
This is for you.
Okay.
Is it on now, Dale?
He actually looks the part.
Summarise
No,
it
press
like
record.
in layman's terms, because there are people who'll be listening to this who
Is it on
understand
record?
this from the very beginning. Okay.
Right, from the...
But try and storytell it, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, well, it will
Alright.
be...
We'll put the feet. We'll ask about how you feel later on. But let's
Well, it
talk
won't be a
about
long
you.
interview, because I've got important people to speak
All right.
to.
First of all, can you just give me your name?
Right, it's Tom.
And your surname?
It's Tom Crawford.
Okay. Tom, can you tell us why people have gathered here today outside your house?
They've come here to support my wife, myself, my daughter, and basically show the bank and the courts that they can't proceed to take a man's home after 25 years, 26 years now.
It's a very complex situation. Can you explain to us simply what has happened along the way?
It's very simple. It's
Okay.
fraud.
And why do you think it's fraud?
Okay, I took out an endowment mortgage with Bradford and Bingley in 1988. Now, it says in the documents I've got, it's Bradford and Bingley Society mortgage. Okay, we carried on paying that until 2011. Tell a lie. Till 1999, 2000, when we discovered that they'd converted the endowment into a part capital, part interest, without any knowledge. We've got the documentation where the bank manager sent my wife champagne and flowers and apologised, and it's not up to the society standard. So we assumed it all went back to as it was.
As an endowment.
That's right. Then another 6 years later, we discovered they not only changed the endowment into part, they changed the part into an interest only. So, sum it all up, we've been paying for 25 years, and they say they want the money from the endowment that they know doesn't exist because they can't find it and they've lost it and they admit it.
So tell us what that meant for you. How did that change your financial situation when they changed it?
It didn't change it because we kept on paying until we came to the end of the mortgage, which was 2013. After that, I took Bradford and Bingley to court to take their charge of my property because we paid all. I don't owe any money, and they know this, but they still. It's almost like blackmail. We'll take your house unless you pay. So we took them to court. District Judge Macmillan, in his chambers, said the Bradford and Bingley barrister was perfectly correct. My claim had no merit. He didn't look into the information that I gave him, and it was struck out. So I was expecting that. So I put a claim into High Court. In High Court, that was 2 days later, District Judge McMillan got a hold of my claim, and in the back of the claim it said evidence to follow. He struck that out without merit, without the evidence, and he was only a district judge. He should not put his hands on the High Court document. But there is corruption from the top to the bottom in Nottingham County Court. And we've got evidence now of fraud, forgery, attempting to pervert the course of justice. And they will get their comeuppance if these people here have something to do with it.
Okay. So I need you to summarise in a nutshell, okay,
right.
What ultimately you're fighting for your house because of the change and they didn't tell you.
That's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does this make you feel?
Obviously I'm angry. I mean, this is... When fraud is given to you to answer and they don't have the courage to let a man come into court and defend himself, the county court stopped me. The High Court, with the assistance of McMillan, stopped me. So where do you go from that? Where is your remedy? There isn't one. And it's with the assistance, the banks are being assisted by the courts.
If you had continued then to pay with an endowment, you would have...
There would have been a sum at the end, and plus we would have had we're supposed to get a golden handshake of about £11,000, £12,000 at the end of it. Now, cut a story short, okay. The bailiffs haven't turned up, and they haven't turned up because they're cowards, they're criminals. In this document I served on the 4th of July, should I not receive a copy of the warrant before 7 days, to summarise it, and the bailiffs turn up, it's a common law criminal offence. They didn't. The response was, we can't give you a copy, we've only got one, and if you get hold of it you might tear it up. Isn't that a bit silly? Now here, I wrote to them on the 11th, it says, you are refusing a copy of a warrant, give me the grounds, and so on, and there's many other questions. But I'll take you, I won't give you this document because I was hoping to give it to the police officers to arrest the bailiffs. But unfortunately, they didn't turn up. Now, you can see that quite clearly. This is from the County Court, Her Majesty's Court and Tribunal. This was Brethren Bingley versus the Crawford. Well, my wife's a Crawford as well, so I can't even get that right. It says, and you can see, there is no writ and there is no application for a writ has ever been received. So Bradford and Bingley didn't put in a... No, they didn't put in an application, which they should do. They didn't... well, I'll go to the next one, which will make it perfectly clear. That came to me on the 16th. And a gentleman here, I think you'll recognise as... do you want to read that out there?
Go on, you say it.
No, you read it, so I'm not telling Porkies.
No, I can see that. It says Vernon Coker.
MP. They wrote to him on the 15th. I don't know why that's altered, but that came to me. It's been in the court. And it says down here, on the 10th of June 2014, Bradford and Bingley filed a request for a warrant of possession for my property. Okay? So they've not only lied to me, they've lied to an MP, and this MP is now duty bound to take it to the highest authority in government. This is only a tiny, tiny amount of information in here. I'm not prepared to give you all that information, but just one little secret. When you put a claim into a court, first thing you must do, you must pay a fee. Right? They won't let me do it, they wouldn't let anyone here do it. But Bradford and Bingley went to court and started all this and didn't pay anything. It's illegal, it's unlawful, and the County Court of Nottingham are complicit in this. And there's a kind gentleman here who is up to his neck in it because he seems to have taken a personal... where's his name? That gentleman there. His name is Paul King, delivery manager. And he's made statements in here to the MP, okay, where he's... You all right with that?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So he's made statements that I didn't pay my mortgage. I've got a catalogue of all the payments, and yet this Mr. King states a fact, or whatever you'd like to call it, to the MP saying I didn't pay, and yet he's got.
So they're accusing you of not paying, but they changed.
Yeah, but it's not just that. In my letter, the government, the county court, admits that they have no record of any payments. So why would Mr. King actually state that I haven't paid anything? Supposition. He's made it up. It's to influence the MP. Anything else you'd like?
Yes. What's going to happen from here now?
Well, hopefully the police will go along and sort out the court. They should be going to the High Court judge. I don't call him His Honour because he's messed about with all my paperwork. It's His Honour Godsmark. Now, he knows what's happening here. He's interfered with all my paperwork with no merit. I've asked him about stamps and warrants. Doesn't answer it properly. But we know the truth, and we've got paperwork. That's why I'm not going to tell you all of this.
And you're going to stay here for us? You're going to
well, ask them.
You're going to,
yeah. And all our neighbours are supportive. All these people have come from Glasgow, North Wales, Southampton.
Probably longer than you've been born, he's lived here.
Thank you. All right.
So, I think I've covered everything for you. Okay.
It's tricky to understand.
Yes, it is. I have to admit, because I've come in here fresh.
I know.
I have no idea about the story. I have to admit.
No.
I've walked in and I've gone. I want to know what's going on. So.
No. Well, you can see that it's not a rabble. It's just ordinary men and women, all different ages, handicapped people, people with children, you know, and
there are many stories as well.
Yeah, and providing you record that and put it out, I do expect that the fraud of the courts will not be put on the BBC. They'll be too scared to put it out. But let them come and ask me, and I'll give them this paperwork, and I'll give the police this. I was hoping the police were going to come here today, but they didn't. Why?
Cowards.
They don't want to look at the evidence. They just want to follow the paperwork. They think that the county court give out that's actually fraudulent, but they're so ignorant they haven't checked. The inspector should be here speaking to people. It's his duty under common law, and that's what they should be under. They're here to protect men and women and property. When they get involved in a civil matter, they've got no authority whatsoever, and they've been doing this up and down the country, assisting thefts of property. So, providing I did write to the Chief Constable, putting him on notice that should he harm anyone here, he would be ultimately responsible and private action would be taken against him. Now, the bailiffs won't turn up, or they're hiding somewhere. Okay, so take from that what you like. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
And just for the record, can I have your name where you work for?
The BBC.
All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that,
Thank
and
you.
let's hope that it gets covered really properly.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Can you ask the question that he's asking and ask why?
Phone them up and ask them.
Yeah.
They don't say why they changed it. Right.
Because they can.
Should we
Because
give them an idea?
when you, like I said, when you fill out an agreement for a mortgage, you give the bank power of attorney so they can do whatever they want. They can change it to whatever method they want.
You don't even need permission.
No. You've already given it.
Yeah.
He's gone in now. Yeah.
Is there any chance I can grab a word from the
He's on the phone.
Nina.
Well, that's fine. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Absolutely.
You're right.
You got it, didn't you?
Did Verity send you that?
Sorry?
Did Verity send you that?
No. I don't. We got an email, and I literally was just there minding my own business at work, and they were like, "There's protests going on, so can you go?" And
Got
like,
Verity and Simon Wilson as well.
Yeah, he sent
Yeah. I just hope you guys actually report on it.
So what is going on? Obviously, there's a big protest. Where is everybody?
they're from everywhere.
Plymouth,
Stoke, Manchester, everywhere.
Really?
People come from Glasgow,
If you get
Scotland.
some really good points on actually what's happening, you get a lot of information thrown at you, but if you write down the really key parts, and that's serious.
You're on, eh?
Mind giving us your words to your
Can I sit down there, please?
Yeah.
go on Google Maps and get a step-by-step.
I might look fit, but I'm not fit. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Ellie. I'm from the Nottingham Post.
Hello,
Very
Ellie.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I literally don't really know anything about what's going on today. We just got a call to say come down. So,
you might get a story.
So tell me, what is this all about then? Well, actually, firstly, what's your full name?
Tom.
Tom. Can you give me a
Crawford.
surname? Crawford. Thank you.
Don't hold that against me.
No problem. Okay. So what's going on then?
Okay. 1988,
Yeah.
we took out an endowment mortgage with Bradford and Bingley.
Right.
And at that time it was Building Society,
Yeah.
not PLC.
Yeah.
And we've got the paperwork that says, Mr Crawford, we're offering you this endowment mortgage and Building Society's scheme.
Yeah.
Now we've got 2013, we've got a letter from them saying, we didn't give you that and it's private, you must have done that yourself. But, take you up to speed. We carried on paying as normal till 1999, 2000 approximately.
Okay.
When my wife discovered that they'd converted our endowment into a capital and interest.
Into a capital interest.
Yeah, so it's known as a part and part.
Oh, what, sorry?
A part and part. So it's part this, part that.
Okay.
So they apologised, it's not to their usual standards, and they sent my wife champagne flowers.
This was in about 2000.
Yeah, we accepted that.
Yeah.
We assumed it had gone back to its original state.
Yeah.
Okay, well it didn't.
Oh, right,
We discovered in 2006 they changed not only the endowment to part and part, they changed the part and part into an interest only.
Right, okay.
Right, so in the end, everything we paid them was interest.
Right, okay.
You better put in there that the Governor of the Bank of England has come out with a statement saying banks don't loan money, they only facilitate.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Facilitate.
Yeah, credit. So when there's charging interest, it's a fraudulent act, but that's in a separate thing. Now, we battled with them to 2011 when I got cancer, and it wasn't the cancer, it was the cock-up from the surgeon. He badly damaged me, so I went through about 6 massive operations. The last operation was 12 hours long. So I was lying in bed here while Bradford and Bingley were kindly trying to steal my home. Yeah, now, we went to court, and I wasn't a well man when I was in there, and because my wife had taken 3 jobs trying to make up the money that I'd lost, I couldn't work. So we got 3 payments behind, and immediately they went after my home. So District Judge Murray Smith, she stayed she suspended the procedure.
Right.
Okay, and now I know. For 6 months, because we put it in the hands of the Ombudsman.
Right.
And the Ombudsman said, because of your first complaint, it's over 6 years long, it's time barred.
Right, okay.
So we managed, before the 6 months was up, to clear the arrears. We were right up to date, and we carried on paying because of the help of my wife.
Okay.
Right to 2013 in August.
Right.
I knew they'd come after the capital. They've already had. Are you all right then?
Yeah, sorry, my pen's running out. It's alright, carry on. So they would run out of capital. Yeah, it's in my bag, don't worry.
So basically, they'd come after the capital,
Yeah.
which should have been paid off by the endowment.
Right, okay.
And they knew they'd lost the endowment, and they admitted it.
Right.
So this is. I knew it was happening, so I preempted them.
Yeah.
And I took them to court to take the charge of my property.
Right, okay.
So I had a hearing for. This is how bad the county court is. Get your other pen.
Sorry, I don't want to stop you.
Whoa, watch that. It's those pots and that. That was there for the bailiffs.
Okay, sorry.
So,
yeah.
we went to court to get the claim off. Richard McMillan, District Judge Richard McMillan.
Yeah.
I'm listening out of it here because it's too much for you. But as long as your paper doesn't do the same to mine, what I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Right. So, Richard McMillan, in his chambers, as they call it, looked at my claim. One of highly paid barristers, mainly brought that from London, and his document to have my claim struck out. Richard McMillan basically read out almost verbatim for what his defence was.
Okay.
So he struck it out without merit.
Right, the district judge struck it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was ready because I was expecting that he'd probably do that, and I took a High Court claim 2 days later.
Okay.
Now, Richard McMillan got a hold of my claim, and in my claim it said evidence to follow.
Okay.
He struck out my claim without a hearing, without the evidence. And why is a district judge even putting his hands on a High Court document?
Yeah.
So that's wrong.
Right, okay.
Everything is wrong.
Yeah.
So now we're up to date. First thing then, as soon as that was done, Bradford and Bingley started an action again, and they materialised 1,350 to start the original possession order.
Right.
The trouble is, I know that possession order, once it's gone past 12 months and they don't reactivate it, it's gone.
Okay.
They did it. Now I got into the court system with the help from a friend, a very, very clever man. He's a forensic document investigator.
Right.
He took a hold of me, and he was totally shocked.
Really?
And he's pointed out loads and loads of illegal activity.
Right.
So I got to see my file. First thing he asked for is see if they've actually paid. Because I go to court. You got this, right? Because if I go to court, I've got to pay a fee.
Yeah.
Bradford and Bingley took out all the proceedings without paying a penny.
Right.
The whole thing should have been started. And the court staff started getting panicky. And we put so many different documents in that basically we give them a spade and let them dig a hole for themselves. Right to the end. Now we've got, in this one here, I was telling the young lady over there.
Can I just quickly ask a question? If you paid off your mortgage, why are they trying to take your house off you?
Because they weren't endowment that they lost. I only paid interest because they changed it. It should have been, the endowment should have paid it off at the end. So they wrote to me this letter here, that's from the courts, okay? And it says here, Bradford and Bingley versus Crawford. That's Crawford. I write you a reference for your letters 9, 10 and 11th of July. There is no writ and no application for a writ. When you put out a writ, you have to apply for it.
Right.
So why are they issued a warrant? Okay, there's other information in here, but I'm not going to give it out right away. But dear old Vernon Coker, MP, I'd already been to see him twice. When I was seriously ill, and he simply wrote a letter and they got a response. Bradford and Bingley, I will look into it. This time I went and asked them to ask, no, tell a lie. I wrote to him saying this is what I believe is happening. So this gentleman, Paul King, is a delivery manager. Okay, I got a signature. He's one of the very few. I'll give him his due. He's about one of the only people that puts his name to anything. It may be his downfall, but. So they wrote to the MP on the 10th of June 2014. Bradford and Bingley filed a request, so that's them applying for a warrant of possession. He's committed fraud, not only against me, but against Vernon. We're in first name terms now. No, I'm joking. So that's just one of many, many bits we've got them doing.
Right. Okay. So they basically want to take your house away from you. That's the gist of it.
With the assistance of the courts.
thoughts, right? Okay. And what was happening today? Were they due to come round?
The bailiffs were supposed to come around at 9 o'clock.
Right. Did they come?
No. And these kind people here just wanted to say hello to them.
Yeah. So
we were going to arrest the bailiffs, to be honest, and we hoped the police were going to do their duty and arrest them.
Right. Okay. So where have I know everyone's come from all over the country. How have you made contact with these people? What's the?
I put a small video.
Right.
It's called Eviction.
Okay.
Fraud of the banks.
Right.
I think that speaks a little.
Yeah.
And all these people. Yeah, on
YouTube. So you all saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, I put 2 up actually, and an update.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So basically, all these people come from Glasgow, North Wales. They see the story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ordinary people around Nottingham as well.
Yeah.
All my neighbours are all supportive. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like, I suppose, wartime, isn't it? But we're in a war against the banks and the courts. And that's all I can tell you.
Okay.
Well, I'm allowed to tell you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So just to sort of make sure I've got all this.
Are you alright writing all that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you old-fashioned shorthand?
Shorthand, yeah.
Yeah, they don't teach that now, do they?
They do still, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing they don't teach is truth. That's the thing.
Okay, so let me just make sure.
Okay, the Nottingham Post is basically fairly innocent. It used to be owned by, and I used to know the managers, actually the old owner, Quiet. I used to know all those people. I used to know a lot of people, and they'd be shocked nowadays what's actually happening.
So you've paid, as far as you're concerned, you've paid all the money you should be paying for you paid off your mortgage.
Yeah, if you put this down, and this is true, if I pay another penny to Bradford and Bingley, it'd be like someone paying a blackmailer. If you don't pay this, I'll take you home. And that's what they're doing.
Right, so
and after 25 years and bringing up 3 children here, you know, going all along the schools. I've done more than that. Yeah. So they're criminals, basically criminals. And the CEO, I think he knows me. His name is Richard Banks. Okay, Lee Banks is his name. And he's doing this to my home. I know where he lives as well, but I'm not going to tell anyone because I won't do that right now.
Right. So how did you know that the bailiffs are going to potentially come round today? Did you get a letter saying that they were going to come?
There's a very kind gentleman called David Caress who came to my door and said, there's only one outcome from this, Mr. Crawford. With a smile on his face, and he's not smiling just now.
Right, okay, so is he a bailiff, is he?
Sorry?
Who's he, sorry?
David Caress.
So what's...
Just put that in capitals.
He's a monster. Who is he?
The bailiff.
He's a bailiff.
He's notorious for evicting with violence.
Okay, but he didn't turn up this morning. Everyone was here.
Maybe he got the wrong address. He's taken us to somebody else's home, but he didn't come here.
Okay. And what's the last correspondence you've had with Bradford and Bingley? Is it?
We were taking proceedings to take your home, basically.
Right, okay.
Instigating proceedings to steal my home.
So they changed your mortgage to this
twice.
Yeah. And as far as you're concerned, you paid your mortgage off, but they want the endowment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We've got a forensic accountant as well.
How much? Do you mind me asking how much you paid over the last?
Probably 100 and I didn't totally tell you that, but 120 to 100 and...
That's David Cress.
Thank you.
Monster. Have a look.
I really don't know. 120, 130,000. The house originally was 41,000.
Right, okay.
Whoa. Sorry about that. I put that up there too.
Where there's blame, there's a claim.
So, how many people do you think could turn up today? Do you know roughly?
250, 300.
Really?
400, 500?
Do you think?
I don't have no idea. because they were right up.
There's people in the pub. There's people coming off for a second shift at tea time when they finish work.
I was going to say, we might want to get one of our photographers to come round. Are you going to be here or...?
Well, you can get me on YouTube. You can
there's plenty of
that.
photographs.
Yeah, there's plenty of photographs. I'm sure you're down with
You
one.
get our own, really.
You can look at yourself as well, because you know a YouTube star.
Yeah, we could do getting our own pictures. So are we alright to send someone around this afternoon, any time?
Well, I have to be quick because yeah, it's normally the £50,000 fee like anybody footballers and that. Yeah, I'm joking, but I didn't want to speak to the press because the press do twist things. I mean, this could turn into a man causes riot and small cul-de-sac, you know.
Brings a load of folks along when everyone here is decent folks who just care and want better.
The Nottingham Post is a different matter. Yeah, our local paper.
Well, what I'll do is if I give my editor a quick ring now and tell them what's going on, and if we can get a photograph down, and then if I can have a chat with some of you guys as well, just find out a bit about.
Yeah, that young man there, his name's Guy. He's a very knowledgeable man.
Right, I'll chat to him then. Brilliant.
There's many of them, but this is an epidemic. The county court in Nottingham on average take 250,000 repossessions a week. That's 1,000 a month. It's 12,000 a year, and that's like Bingham. Everywhere, come on, everywhere at Bingham, the county court says so because the banks want it.
Alright, well leave it with me. As I say, I'm just going to make a quick phone call.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll come back and I'll let you know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that alright?
Okay, unless the bailiffs come.
And just before I do, can I check and see if you've raised 3 children? Is your wife around?
Sorry?
Is your wife around?
Yeah, she don't like.
She's the one
Yeah, she don't.
Can I ask her name? Would that be okay?
Sue.
And how old are you both?
Well, I'm 63. I'm not telling you that. No, I'm not doing that. I get it wrong, I'm in trouble. So yeah, I need these people to protect me.
No worries. And your children, do you mind me asking their names and ages? Is that okay?
No, I won't do that
That's
because they're all grown up anyway.
No problem. You've lived here for 25 years?
26. Because I paid it on the 30th of August. I phoned up Bradford and Bingley, asked them if there's anything owing, and they said, not a penny, just the endowment, Mr. Crawford, you'll have to pay that.
Just the endowment, but as far as you're concerned, it shouldn't have been in...
Well, it's gone, they admitted it's gone. So they made the mistakes, and I'm paying, or attempting.
Alright.
Not an awful lot I can add to that.
No, sure, okay. I will make a quick phone call. Headlines.
It is.
I'll make a quick phone call, I'll be back up in a sec, is that alright?
Alright then.
Thank you.
Nottingham
Post.
What you'll learn, once you, I've been doing this for about, I don't know, 5-6 years, and then once you'll learn.
There we are. Pull these badges out the vans. Pull these badges out of these vans. Let's have the cocktails there.
They're vacant expression. Amazing.
Drive on, Mr. Policeman.